How's it going, guys? We're gonna do a trade breakdown today using the journal, and we're gonna go over my TopStepX stats for full transparency. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and break the trade down. We secured a pretty good win today. We're up 2K today on the 150K count, so freaking happy about that. I'm not gonna lie. A little excited, more excited than I need to be. Trying to keep my composure here, but let's go ahead and break down the confluences, right? So first of all, so on this morning, we had a massive distribution to the downside, right? Right at New York Open. My overall bias was originally sells. However, we did tap a daily fair value gap, and you can see it right here. And we also did the same thing on NQ. Let me go over to MES. Oh, MES. Go over to MES right here. This is the daily fair value gap. Now, we also swept the low day on ES, but we did not sweep any major levels except for a 1 hour low on mini Q. Boom. Or at least that's what I consider it. And as you can see, it was in direct confluence with this area. Now, since ES swept that area on the lower day, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think we're gonna reverse. And my instinct was right. We're gonna reverse. So we gave a reaction off of the daily fair value gap on both assets. So I was like, okay, cool. I think it's going to respect this area. Let's go for buys. Now, when it comes to targets, I could have targeted the highest point of session or the London highs. However, I think that was a little too ambitious. This push down was very, very aggressive. I know some people cost themselves off of that using different strategies and different approaches. But for me, I like using session sweeps. Maybe a little bit supply demand, just depends on what confluences line up. Now, in terms of our entry model, I used a higher time frame bias along with a 1 minute fair value gap. And as you can see, price action was super clean. Go down here. This is my log trade. Now, let's go ahead and go straight to the journal. So going over to the journal, click, boom. So this is what I logged, right? Now, let's go over here. So B plus setup when all the grades total out. So we had one higher time frame aligned. We had the daily fair value gap. For my bias, I like to use fair value gaps, order blocks, or whatever's cleaner, right? But preferably the fair value gaps. That makes more sense to me. We swept a 1 hour low, a level sweep. Our entry model was higher time frame fair value gap plus a lower time frame fair value gap or lower time frame confluences identifiers. I used a 1 minute. This column here, I have it all specified out. This doesn't like alter the grade at all. It's just there to let me know like what did I use. Entry model, I kept it simple. I got all these different combos here. And then from there, I just use this little column here to identify what I use. SMT divergence. I just use a simple basic SMT. This is like the lowest grade possible. I think it's like barely like 4% or something like that. I think there was one there, but I'm not entirely sure. So because of that discretionary and like I don't really know, gave it that grade. Now when it comes to price action, this price action was strong, like it was giving a solid reaction. However, to notate, ES was not clean at this time, and I can actually show you. So if we go over to MES, so this was actually what you would probably consider a counter confluence. Let's go to the 1 minute. This is literally right around our entry. ES was just ESing. Okay, that's all I can say. But you get my point there. Was not clean for ES, but it was strong for NQ. No news, so no hindrance on news. I mean, there might have been. I mean, that market push down could have been news, but honestly, I didn't see any news on TradingView. I might have to double check. And then my target was that 5 minute fair value gap. So if we look at this massive distribution to the downside, honestly, we got a counter confluence here, 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 right? We have reasons to not enter because there's so many areas where price may reverse at. And I just used the highest one possible. So let's go to the 5 minute. So price could have reversed here. Price could reverse here. And it did. Look out throughout the day. It respected this area all day. And you can see this 1 hour sweep level right here got respected all day as well. I traded within the macro time. My entry was at let's see, 7:08 my time, so that would be 10:08 New York session. So that is it for this trade recap. Now let's go ahead and go down to my stats. Let me see how long this video is. We are currently at 5 minutes. Cool, cool. Record time, record time. Staying focused and locked in. So we're going to go over to my stats. So this is my last week's stats. Looks really badass, right? Well, this is last week. Let's go over the whole month. Transparency, okay? So going from Forex to futures, it's been a really big challenge for me. Trying to understand how the contracts work, going from contracts to lot size and how to execute trades. I'm used to using MetaTrader. The closest experience I got to like TopStepX is Trade Locker. But other than that, like it's freaking a new world to me. Going from supply and demand to trading liquidity. Honestly, a big learning curve. As you guys can see here, I've just been like fucking around, right? 4 trades this day, just trial and error. However, we did bag some great wins the last few weeks. So let's go ahead and go this day. Boom, 1 grand. Boom, 1 grand. Today, 2 grand. And then kept my losses as small as possible. I have a 150K account, right? I'm like risking way less than I typically should. Like literally, I've been like in $800 of drawdown perpetually. So like I've been managing my risk pretty well. Like for me to breach my account, I had to lose 4,500. So I've been managing it really well. Look at this, my average listing trade is 200. So that's pretty good profitability there, in my opinion. But if we go to my last week's stats, so 66% win rate, although that's only like 3 trades. I think this is closer to representing my actual trading. So as the weeks go on, we'll review this, every major trade breakdown I do in the future. Now, from now going on. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I love futures. It's a big positive change for me, and I feel like a better trader now. Just because I like really, really, really locked in, especially on like developing the journal. Honestly, like this journal is freaking awesome. I have a lot of more plans for the journal in the future. I don't have a public variation of this right now. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep it for myself. Just because I don't know how to, release it. You know what I mean? But I got all these little key terms and stuff here for myself, and I just got so much more learning to do. But yeah, that is it for today. Honestly, super hyped. I'll probably post a little thing on Instagram on my updated TopStepX stats in 5 minutes from now. If you're not followed to Monty Futures or subscribe to the channel, please give a follow and subscribe. Anyways, God bless everybody. I hope you guys have a great day and bag some wins.